there's no particular interest, could save them from certain exploitative processes. For instance, citizens using some space because it's, I don't know, it's beautiful, it's they can do sport activities. So that would result just in them with appropriation, if you like, you know.
Yeah.
So this could be a good sort of moment, we can say, sort of transition, no, between phases. And in this phase, you have highlighted the fact that there's a sense of poverty, marginalization, and so the need to work on empowerment, you know, in a way. Now, therefore, my question would be, how to build this process? What do you think? Because you have started from heritage, and of course, heritage is today, you know, it's something that is intangible, is attached to something more immaterial than material than in the past. The conception has changed quite a lot, you know, and it's value based. So it means it's based on the values that each of us in our communities we attribute to heritage. So it's not that we recognize that as external, as an objective fact, but it's instead something that the community itself could develop as their own sense of belonging, feeling, and so on. So my question is, maybe you could set up a process to create heritage. Now, is it possible for the community to set up this process towards the making of their own heritage, which then will, and which might be the tools for empowering them in this process? So this, for instance, could be, based on what you have said, an initial step, not towards some action. That's my first impression about what I heard, knowing not much about the community, of course. So might
well,
be a bit,
now that you say that is an advantage that the city kind of ignores this community. I think there's a certain empoweredness in the site that they are, ¿cómo se dice? Ubicados? Located, because they own this location. So it's their location, you know. And we were talking about yesterday too, that this community has a lot of communication between them and connection between them. And the one thing that makes them connect them most is the baseball field.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. They have their little teams and they do tournaments and they love them. They love it, the baseball and the baseball field.
Yes.
And the thing that makes them, well, the thing that for them that it's more important for them is the communication and connections.
So maybe you could start mapping, you know, those resources for the community.
Yeah.
And see what role they play. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the community yesterday. Yesterday or
no, it was antier.
Tuesday, and I saw the first houses in the community. They are located in the main street. Yeah, and at the beginning in this main street there are ¿cómo se dice? Plaza.
Square.
Okay, that's, we can understand.
Yeah.
Perfecto.
Hablo español, if you quieres, podemos hablar español, pero...
¿Entiendes español?
Sí, 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 lo entiendo muy bien, sí.
¿Sí?
Si quieres hablar en español, sí, sí.
Mucho mejor.
Pero prefiero hablar en inglés por tutorial, ¿ok?
No entiendo el inglés, pero me cuesta mucho ordenar mis ideas para traducirlas. Después de otras ya puedo. Ok, entonces hay una plaza al principio de la calle principal. Está la calle principal y localicé que hay una tipología de casas de adobe, de tierra, sobre esta avenida principal, que serían las originales, las viviendas originales o fundacionales. Y al final se encuentra el campo de béisbol. Entonces tenemos una vía, digamos, que comunica los dos espacios públicos principales de la comunidad. Y creo que además hay una liga histórica ahí, ¿no? Como el origen de la comunidad. Y hacia los lados se encuentran viviendas más recientes con otros métodos constructivos, quizás menos confortables incluso. Entonces creo que hay una cierta identidad y un cierto lazo de comunidad en estos dos extremos, en estos dos puntos focales que voy a trazar muy básicamente.
Como una línea de conexión.
Sí, y creo que podríamos trabajar, estuve viendo algunas prácticas, pero eso ya es como dentro de las conclusiones, ¿no? Creo que es algo así.
No,
Ok.
sí se ve.
¿Sí? Y tenemos en estas calles, se ven en los mapas originales de 1970 algunas casas ya construidas. Y también tenemos la casa de la iglesia, que no hay mucha relación entre la comunidad católica y el fraccionamiento, con todo y que se accede, el acceso principal está dentro de la comunidad, no hay una relación, no trabajan juntos y sería importante establecer una relación, creo, o al menos históricamente, digamos, se funda la casa de la iglesia y a partir de ahí empieza a crecer más la comunidad. O sea, sí hay una liga histórica, pero no hay una relación de la comunidad con la casa de la iglesia.
Sorry, when that was funded?
1970.
Ah, okay, so it's 50 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, may I say something?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I would like to start from what Giulio said before. Starting from heritage to nowadays, this word took a very different potential definition and can be interpreted in several ways. Yes, I really like your effort to try to understand the foundational starting point of this community or this colony, and then this line that connect these two points could be very interesting. They also love the baseball and so on. So just come out in my mind one issue, because when we try to design, and I don't want to use the word architecture, like a designer in general, in the English meaning of design, not only the design of the object, but design as proyecto, como proyecto. Just come out my idea that the history actually can represent, if we bring the community, the people as a center of the history, we can create a kind of history of daily life. They have I think they have a fantastic background, fantastic history, because it's too short, no, to talk about history. Sometimes we come from Italy, both me and Giulio. We talk about and you are Mexican, so we start to talk 2,000 years ago. No, yeah. It's not an issue. I think to put in the center of the problem of history and heritage and shared culture, the population, the people living there. And I think they have fantastic history, how to collect those memories and these histories behind the people. I think also collecting objects, small object they have in their house, or small postcard or photos, or just a small thing, and come out in my mind. For example, one fantastic museum in Istanbul is called the Museum of Innocence, starting from a novel of Orhan Pamuk. he collected many stuff to tell a story of two people. Actually, they are lovers. They love each other, but they cannot during all their life consume their love. So this is a kind of let's say drama and so on, but it is not that the point. The point is to create a history of the people in this streets that you say, and you started from the church, from the first houses, and then you arrive to the baseball playground. And also I want to share with you another thing, because I worked also in China, and there was we face a problem similar, not in terms of morphology, but in terms of the people is hidden, the people are invisible. So we create a huge posters of the face of people and put on the road. So people was very proud.
Wow, this was, Emanuele, this was really precise. We were like cut off mid-sentence.
Yes. Very precise, Emanuele.
No, I just closed the breakout rooms because maybe someone has to leave. So I think that we can stop here with the roundtable. And again, thank you very much to all the participants to this roundtable, to the persons presented and the experts and the design groups. This was an experiment, as this is an experiment. Is the Designforvulnerables workshop, because we are working here in Chihuahua, but with the community, but we cannot go into the community, we cannot meet in the groups. So it's an experiment, and this was a little bit an experiment. We will have also other 2 roundtables like this. Please, all the experts, they know that you are invited and more than welcome to these roundtables. We will send you the details for these roundtables if you want to join. And for the groups, design groups, I hope that it was very interesting. I'm sure the presentation were interesting, and these groups with the experts too. So I know that the design groups have some works to do for these weeks and for the next week. But for today, I think that we can stop here. There is group 2 that wants to work a little bit. I will open a breakout room for you, but for all the others, thank you again, and thanks a lot, and see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lele.
Bye, friends.
It was a pleasure to
Thank you. Bye.
meet you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank
bye.
you to everyone.